welcome to the Good Vibes Lifestyle live stream happening now at 3 o'clock on Thursday every week. It's all about the Good Vibes Lifestyle. So what do I mean by the Good Vibes Lifestyle? Well, I'm talking about energy. Where we vibe is how we attract things to our life. We are energetic beings in a sea of energy. So if you look at life through the eyes of quantum physics, we understand that everything is energy, and we are influenced by the energy, and we also influence that energy. But we are beings of energy, and we are very powerful. We are creators, and this is how we create our world from the inside out. So I'm all about the good vibes lifestyle, meaning that as we focus on the good vibes, meaning love, peace, happiness, joy, appreciation, gratitude, all the higher vibrations, the higher emotions, we attract the things that match to that frequency into our lives. When we are focused on lower vibrating things, basically fear, and all aspects of fear, shame, hate, judgment, all of these lower vibrations, these lower energies, which actually, according to Dr. David R. Hawkins, the majority of society is focusing on these lower vibrations, like 78% of us. So it's important, and we have to be intentional about what we focus on, because what we focus on, we attract to our life. And the higher vibrating emotions is how we bring these things to our lives. So that's basically the intention of the show, of this live stream, and also of Good Vibes TV. I do an episode, I'm aiming for twice a month, where I interview different experts in the area of metaphysics, basically, New Age things. And we'll talk about the latest episode. But the difference between that show and this weekly podcast is this is more informal and more applying the good vibes to our life, and things that I like to share that will hopefully help you live a good vibes lifestyle. So let's get into it. I am streaming to several different places, 5 different Facebook pages, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So on those platforms, you can comment. I can see your comments and put them on the screen. So please engage with me. I'm here to be of service and to encourage you and inspire you to live the good vibes lifestyle. So we are into the 2025 year of the snake, which is all about transformation. And, transformation, the year of the snake sheds its skin. So it's great, especially at the beginning of the year, to see what things we want to shed and release from our lives, what we want to get rid of, so that we can uncover a brand new you, really. And I love talking about different types of tools and rituals and habits and things that we can do to live the good vibes lifestyle. And one of those things that I have found is a product that's actually a patch that is light technology. It's called photobiomodulation, where light is used to create positive health states, let's say, in the body. So I'm actually going to have a longevity webinar that I'm hosting tonight, and it's free, and it's tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So adjust for your time schedule wherever you're at. And the way to get to this longevity webinar is to go to this tinyurl.com/ capital L longevity, capital J, Jan 2025. So if you go to this link, you can register for free and be part of the webinar. I will also be streaming this webinar as well, so that you can see it in the different platforms that you're seeing this particular broadcast. But if you want to be on the end. It's on a Zoom, but it's like a Zoom. It's a webinar. So if you register, then you can actually be part of the chat, and you kind of get like a front row seat. But you're not on camera, so you don't have to worry about being on camera like a Zoom. This is your only interaction will be through the chat. So I'm really excited about these patches. I've only started with them in November, so I'm only getting into my second month, and usually it's like the second month and on that people find results. So I am finding some results, but there are people that have been using these, like I introduced you a couple of weeks ago to Denise Linn, who was the one who introduced me to these patches and this light technology. So I'm really excited about it, and I think it could really help anyone who really is older than 35, because our stem cells, they're not active as when we get older, which is why we see the symptoms of aging. So this light patch stimulates and activates our body to make stem cells again, so that we can rejuvenate, repair the cells that we are losing through the natural way that our body works. So anyway, come tonight. You're invited. And again, here is that URL, and I will put it in the description as well. So check it out tonight, and I will see you there. So let's get into some astrological news. So what's going on in the world? Let's see. Teresa, thanks. She says I look marvelous, so thank you for that. I'll blame it on, or attribute it to the patch, and I am 61, so hopefully I don't look 61, but you never know. But I thank you, Teresa, for that comment. So let's get into the astrological news. So we are in the waxing phase of the moon, meaning that the moon was new on December 30th, and it is growing. As you can see, I think we're at the quarter moon, so it looks like half the moon is showing. And we will have a full moon coming up on January 13th. So this coming Monday, the full moon will be in the sign of Cancer. So when the moon goes into the 12 astrological signs, and every 2.5 days it switches into a new astrological sign. So it gives you the flavor of what that full moon is all about. And full moons are about culmination, about putting a spotlight on things, about just expansion in general. So it's not always for the positive, though. You have to intend it to be for the positive. So, like if someone is, off balance, it may make them even more moody and have spouts, the spouts of, rage or whatever. So that's why you see that the police departments and the psych wards have a lot more activity during the full moon, because it stimulates everyone's emotions. The moon is a sign of that impacts our emotions, the emotional body. So it's good, I think, to be aware when the moon is new and full and what the cycles are in between, so that if you're working on a project, it's always great to start at the new moon around that time, plant the seeds, and then you're nurturing those seeds and watering those seeds as you get to the full moon. And the full moon is the time of, like the rose, coming up to full bloom. And then after the full moon, then things start deteriorating, closing down, shutting down. And that's also the time to harvest the lessons from whatever you're working on and that kind of thing. So it's good to know when the full moon is, so that you could do maybe special meditations or update your goals for the year, especially that we're in the month of January. If you do a vision board, it's great to focus on that vision board, maybe do a meditation on it. So you decide how you want to use that full moon energy, but at least be aware of it, so that if you're feeling extra emotional, and the thing with the moon in Cancer, every sign has a planet that rules it, and the planet that rules the sign of Cancer is the moon. So Cancer, the sign of Cancer, is very nurturing. It's like the mother. Cancers are usually homebodies. They like to be at home, like the crab in its shell. So these are things to know about the qualities of Cancer, and you can Google more about them. So being that the full moon is in the sign of Cancer, it's a great time to do things that are nurturing, self-love, self-care, getting rid of the clutter in your house, for instance, or even on your emails, getting rid of the junk emails or cleaning things up, digitally, getting rid of old pictures, whatever it is that's going on in your life that you are focused on. But it's a good time to do this. So, so that's all I've got for you right now regarding the astrological news. Now we're going to move into the other area of that I like to discuss, called Citizens for Disclosure, which is part of the New Paradigm Institute, and I'll put the website for them there. So the New Paradigm Institute, they're all about UFO disclosure, pressuring our government to disclose the facts of, and they already have in these hearings, about that we have ET craft, and this is not just the government that's that we're aware of. It's like the shadow government and black ops that have taken, and they're working with these corporate defense contractors like Raytheon and Skunkworks and Boeing and all these that are contracted by the government to revert, and they have reverse engineered the ET craft. And so what Dr. Stephen Greer talks about, a lot of these ET craft that people see are actually man-made. They're not the real thing. They're man-made. So anyway, he has a whole big, many documentaries, which I've mentioned in the past. But I do want to mention that so when you join the Citizens for Disclosure, you get a email every now and then from Danny Sheehan, who is the president. So I want to share my screen and read you the email. Let's see, here we go. And let's see if, okay, I want to make it big. And let's see, will this work? See. Oh, it's still not. All right. Let's see how I can fix this. So here's the email, and he talks about how Jimmy Carter. I thought I could read this pretty easily, but let's see if I can move it over a little bit. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, let me read you a little bit. So he talks about Jimmy Carter, and God bless and rest in peace, Jimmy Carter. He was one of my favorite presidents. I was in high school when he took office, and I just really have all the respect for him. He was a good man, and he actually saw a UFO. And so when he did see a UFO, he wanted to know. He wanted to know about the UFOs. So in this email, Danny Sheehan, this is how he got involved. President Carter got Danny Sheehan involved to find out about these UFOs. And so let's see here. I'll read you a little bit of this. And I don't know why I can't. Oh, okay, that's better. I'm working with all these different screens. So let me just read a little bit from this email. So when he was governor of Georgia, Jimmy Carter had a UFO sighting. And like many leaders of his time, he openly acknowledged his experience, demonstrating a rare willingness to engage in the unexplained. So his commitment to uncovering the truth about UFOs shaped Danny Sheehan's journey in this field, because in 1976, President Carter demanded access from the CIA to get classified information to our government concerning UFOs. But Carter was denied access to this information. He was George H.W. Bush, who was the CIA director, and they did not let the president know, and many other presidents who have tried to get this information, they've been blocked from it, and this isn't right, and this is why, and here's some of the history, with Danny Greer, who is legal counsel. He's a lawyer. So anyway, he was denied the access, and he asked the Congress to conduct a special research project and to provide all the information in possession of by our government concerning this issue. And so Danny Sheehan was a special counsel on this project, and he was able to review some of the top secret files from the Project Blue Book. Anyway, he talked a little bit about, what he saw, and he wrote down the symbols that he saw in there. But this is the point of why I'm making this. So he's asking, the whole Citizens for Disclosure movement is to help us know what to do to take action. And the action that he's asking us to take is to basically write our Congress people, and they make it really easy. So there have been a push that began on July 27th of 2023, and I did report on this back then, where there was a public UAP hearing. UAP stands for Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, which is the new term for UFO, basically. So they had a hearing in the House, and but they only had so much power. And so what they're asking for now is to create, or have the speaker create a, what is it called, select committee, because the select committee can actually subpoena people, because the whistleblowers want to come out, but the black operations and the ones behind this have threatened their lives, have threatened their pensions, have threatened their reputation if they expose this. And a lot of the whistleblowers that are involved with these, what do they call it, the top secret, operations and stuff, that even some of the presidents haven't known about this. They're trying to get them to, expose this. So they need a select committee. So what they're doing is basically to take action now, and I will basically just write our Congress people and demand that they create a UAP select committee, and this will enable them to subpoena so they can get the information. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen and give you the tiny URL. Here we go. So I turned it into a really long URL, so I changed it to a tiny URL. So tinyurl.com/GVTV, take action. This will get you to a page, and they figure out who your Congress people are by just putting your address in there, and then you just send it. So it's very easy, but this is how we participate in our government. And it's important, I think, to be part of it and not just, ignore what's happening, but, demand accountability. We have these UFO things happening, these drones. We don't know what's going on. Nobody's being clear on it. But I did want to share, and I did talk about it last week, that, where is it? There is an update from Dr. Stephen Greer on Inspired Nation. He did it was like an hour-long interview with Michael Sandler. And so if you go to this tiny URL, GVTV, Greer update, you'll get the latest of what he's saying. Now, what Greer was saying, that those drones on the East Coast, they're actually Chinese. And he's been talking about the whistleblowers are planning before the inauguration to expose everything that's been happening. So that hasn't happened yet, but we'll see what happens. This is like an ongoing thing, right? We're in the middle of history being made. So I do want to let you know that the last Good Vibes TV episode I did was with, excuse me, the head of the North Carolina chapter for Citizens for Disclosure, Craig Richards. So I have part 1 up there, and you can go to this tinyurl.com/GVTV UFO1 to see that. Sorry, I'm getting not choked up, but tickle in my throat. Excuse me. All right, so let's move on. And it's time for our Oracle of the Month. Sorry. I burned some sage before you started, and I think it's getting to me. So, this month, Oracle of the Month, is the Soul Coaching Oracle with Denise Linn. And let's ask Spirit for a message. And I have one more comment that I'll share, but I'll do it after this. So as I shuffle the cards, I'd like to ask Spirit, what message does Spirit have for the audience right now? And whether you're watching now live or later on the replay, see how this message applies to you. And again, you can put it in the comments if you'd like. So what message does Spirit have for us today? And the card I'm getting, like it. No, let me get my other camera ready here. It's inspiration. Number 29, inspiration. So let me read the message here. Card meaning, be open to divine inspiration. You inspire others. Immense creativity, motivation, and energy are expanding into your life. Your soul wants you to know life without the fire of new ideas is dull and separates you from all that's sacred. Creativity and inspiration are, in fact, receptivity, being open to the Creator. Even if the motivation that occurs seems unusual or strange, welcome new ideas and fresh ways of viewing the world. Open yourself to the deep flowing wellspring of visions, ideas, and intuition that dwell within you. Through the morning mist, the golden light of sunset, the wind in the trees, and the gentle thoughts at the edge of your mind, let the Creator's wonderful ideas stimulate, enliven, enrich, and revitalize you. And the affirmation is, I am receiving divine inspiration right now. And yes, I think that, artists and inventors and all these people, we think that they have a special connection with the divine, and they get inspired, get these inspiration, these ideas. But honestly, all of us have this opportunity. We're all creative beings. And if we open and receptive to our higher power, to spirit, to the universe, to God, whatever name you like to use, when we do that, open ourselves, we can let that creative energy flow. It's tapping into the quantum field that has everything in it. So we all have access to this information. So I love that. And Nefertiti, San Miguel is saying on point. And she has a message from before that I'll read. My dear Leslie Klein, cheering up for an epic 2025. Keep bringing on those good vibes for this year and beyond. And thank you, Nefertiti. I really appreciate your support. And you are an artist, yourself, and a creator as a performing artist, and you do the Ikebana. We have had episodes, so check out Good Vibes TV, the YouTube channel, and you'll find her episode in there. So yeah, that's about inspiration. So yeah, I think tuning into spirit and getting our inspiration from the higher realms is like the best thing to do, because that's where everything is. And if we ask with sincere heart, we get those answers, whatever it is, whether you're just wanting an inspiration for creativity or solving a particular problem. These are all ways that we can do it. So let me take that off of there. Okay, so if you like this card deck, you get this oracle, you can shop my Amazon store to get it. Just go to good-vibes.tv. That's our website, and you can find it there. All right, so I did want to talk about another opportunity to improve your skills, to inspire you to do better. And this is a media mastery event by Jill Lublin. Now, she is a PR expert, public relations, and she's having a special media mastery event on January 30th through February 1st. It's a Thursday through a Saturday. And here is the tiny URL that you can use to access this information. And when you do, let me see if I can share my screen again. And there we go. Share. Okay, so here's a little bit of information. When you go to this URL, you will actually go to this page. And basically it's for if you're a coach, you're an author, a consultant, a speaker, or if you have a service-based business, this Media Mastery is for you. It's happening in 20 days. And this is where you'll be able to learn different proven strategies to attract more visibility to your business, become a celebrity in your niche, and have a long wait list of dream clients, even in the most competitive industries. That there is a cost for this. It's normally $197, but she has an early bird promo, $97 that expires on January 29th. And I have taken this course, and it's very good. So you get a lot of ideas on ways to, step up your game this year and get some publicity on the different media, mainstream media. Now, mainstream media, they're saying is kind of being replaced with social media, right? But you can still get a lot of visibility out there. And also, it steps up your game as you're known more as a expert in your field. And so I've used her techniques and stuff, and I was able to actually get in my local paper a couple of times about when I had published, co-authored some books and had promoted those, and I got some articles in the paper. So this is something that's worthwhile, and check it out. Jill was featured in our Good Vibes Summit on October 30th. So yeah, check her out and check out this Media Mastery workshop that she's doing. All right, so it's time for the tip of the week as we come to the close of our show. And last week's tip of the week to raise your vibration is to meditate. Like, that is the most important thing that we can do to raise our vibration is to meditate. And I like using the guided meditations. You could just go to YouTube, search, guided meditation, and whatever a topic that you like, they have so many out there. And just find one that you like and use it. And I love to meditate at least once a day. Twice a day is recommended by Deepak Chopra. He likes to meditate at least 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening. And that's a good rule of thumb or a goal to have. So I love to meditate. Meditation is so helpful for our emotional bodies, our mental bodies, to tune into our heart. And in a minute, I'll talk to you about the coherence meditation from the Heart Math Institute. But let's talk about this week's tip of the week. So this is a technique that I really like. And the tip is to change when you say, I have to do something. I have to do the laundry, or I have to go meet with this person. I have to change that to I get to. And it totally shifts what it is that you want to do with less resistance and kind of puts you into that gratitude. So if instead of saying, I have to meet with this person, no, I get to meet with this person. And then it kind of opens the door for what there is to be grateful for about that meeting, the positive aspects of it. Or, okay, another one is like, I have to exercise today versus I get to exercise today. The difference is when you say, I get to exercise today, how many people have we seen or known that physically can't exercise? Right? What a blessing that we have our bodies, they're healthy and we're able to exercise or walk or whatever, because there's so many people who don't. So, try it. I'm curious, try it. Start changing your have to's to I get to and see how it transforms your world. All right. So lastly, let's talk about the Global Coherence app. I'm encouraging everyone since the summit to meditate on Sundays at 2 o'clock for just 15 minutes. And I'm recommending that you use the Global Coherence app that the HeartMath Institute has put together. It's a free app on your phone, whether you have Android or Apple. Just go to your Play Store and search for Global Coherence. And then if you want to be part of the Summit group when you do it, just put in the code OrangeFire66 with the O and the F capitalized. And I have chosen Sundays at 2 o'clock because the astrologer Pam Gregory had put that out there months ago for everyone to just, without any kind of technology, just get together at 2 o'clock on Sundays, wherever you are in the world, that whatever time that translates to, for just 15 minutes, and send love and peace to the planet. And knowing that by doing this, we're changing the world and really making an impact. And it only takes a little bit, you don't need half the population to be doing this for it to have an impact. Just a tiny, 1% can get together and do group meditation and make an impact on the world. So this is what I'm encouraging everyone to do. And, I just have a little timer on my phone that, 5 minutes before two, it reminds me to get to do the meditation. All right, my friends. So that's what I've got for you today. I hope you enjoy it. I hope tonight you get to join me on the longevity webinar. Tomisa will be there, and others, experts and massage therapists, people that have used the LifeWave patches and have had incredible results. So I hope to see you there. So again, I want to encourage you to raise your vibe so you can thrive. And if you like this episode, this podcast, please like, share, and subscribe to help the broadcast grow. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week. Have a happy full moon. Nurture yourself. Practice some self-love techniques on the 13th, and just be at peace. All right. I will see you later. Take care, everyone. Peace out.